Ongoing woes at Qantas are quickly becoming the Albanese government's problem. The Prime Minister has ruled out a review of the decision to ban Qatar Airways from adding extra flights to Australia, but Labor Party President Wayne Swan wants him to reconsider.
It's been a turbulent week for the flying kangaroo. Forced to back down on COVID flight credits and facing a fine of up to $600 million if it's found guilty of selling tickets for thousands of flights it already cancelled.
We think there is no excuse. It'll be contested in court, clearly.
Qantas is in damage control, faced with a growing political pile-on.
Well, people have been taken for a ride.
If their conduct is as reported, then they owe a huge apology and compensation to many Australians.
The opposition leader has raised fresh questions about the national carrier's links to the Albanese government.
Anthony Albanese hasn't found a red carpet that he's not willing to trot down with Alan Joyce.
He argues Australians are paying the price for the Prime Minister's so-called sweetheart deal with Qantas to block rival Qatar from adding flights into Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane.
Every time you book to go and see your family member in Europe or in Asia or America, you're paying literally thousands of dollars more for the ticket than you would otherwise need to.
Labor Party President Wayne Swan has broken ranks by calling for a review of that decision.
I think an appropriate review of where things are, given all these revelations, would be good.
Wayne Swan is dead right. There should be a review of that. It should happen quickly, transparently.
On Thursday, Prime Minister Albanese said it wasn't necessary.
Are you going to review it?
Unusual about that? No. There's nothing unusual about that.
You'll do a deal with Qatar, you'll allow them in?
Well, there's a whole range of issues which go to any given agreement. The issue with Qatar specifically is they've got access to the Australian market right now, which they are not using.
The Qatar questions will only grow louder when Parliament returns here next week. The opposition will team up with the Senate crossbench to force the government to come clean. It's demanding the government provide the advice from the Transport Department. If released, it would show whether bureaucrats oppose Qatar's bid or whether Minister Catherine King overruled her department.
And we need transparency and answers.
Trudy McIntosh, Sky News, Canberra.